When was the last time you really looked at a tree? Its bark, its branches, and the individual leaves all tell a different story. I met up with Tom Zdorsky, founder of Cultivara Tree Tours, a brand new experience at the UBC Botanical Gardens that gives you a different perspective of trees 50 meters above the ground.
We want people to be excited about trees in our forests. This is a super unique experience in one of the most beautiful sites you can imagine, with the views and the garden.
But first, I had to get geared up.
And then the strap around the chin. We can just tighten that up a little bit. There you go.
Each participant is given a full rundown of the climbing equipment, and then it was time to ascend.
Yeah, nice. How are you feeling?
Ooh, a little nervous.
A little nervous, yeah. I know the feeling. There you go, just deep breaths. And the cool thing is on these tours, like, you can get really up close and personal with the details in the tree, you know, the foliage. You can see the cones and the leaves and how they sort of fill the space where there's sunlight.
So right now we're about 140 feet up from the ground. That's about a 15-story building high. To my right, you can see that's the Coast Salish Sea here. And on a nice, bright, clear day, once you're at the top, you can get a whole view of Vancouver. Zdorsky says through the tour, he hopes to spread more awareness about the realities of climate change and the ongoing efforts of forest conservation.
Trees take in carbon from the atmosphere and store it in their wood and in their foliage. So here you can sort of like really visualize the weight of the tree, right? There's a lot of wood here, looking up and down. And half of that is carbon that's been taken in, is now stored here. It's a bit shocking, but we are still actively logging our last remaining old growth forests. Some of the biggest, most productive forests, we've already cleared over 90%.
The tour can be booked in a group of 4 and is open to first-time climbers like myself or seasoned professionals.
I suspect that we're going to get anybody who's even mildly interested in seeing the view, but also people who appreciate trees, people who appreciate the sort of the athleticism of climbing, even those of us who are not particularly athletic, to be able to get up and have that experience.
Our mission, Cultivara Tree Tours, we want to introduce people to the climbing, but maybe even more importantly, I want everyone who leaves our tours to be to have a new perspective on trees in our forests. Because before I started this job, I never looked at trees. I never gave them any thought. And I would say that's probably the average person. But trees have a lot of benefits for us and for our urban landscapes.
The Cultivara Tree Tour opens to the public Saturday, May 3rd. In Vancouver, Cecilia Hua, City News.